February 21st, and obviously no boating's getting done in winter up here. Lots of snow out, so we were just out for a rip on the quads, having some fun. So this video, we just thought, again, we're a little bit bored. We thought we would do some Q&A, and we just want to say thank you. This video series was really just a family project, mainly for me to capture the memories I've got with these guys, and I really didn't expect anyone more than friends or family to check it out. So the cool part is there's been a lot of people checking it out, so we're just thankful that people find it interesting. So with that, some people have been asking a few questions, so we thought we'd just take a second here and answer a few of them for you. So there's the crew, and let's see, Chloe, first question's for you. So now that you have camped in a trailer and now that you've boated, what's your favorite and why?
Boating, because I love swimming, and if we're on a boat, you're in the water, so every day you can just go swimming.
Yeah, you could just jump off the boat every 5 minutes if you wanted to, eh?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you guys love the water. So, Jackson, what was your favorite trip this year and why?
Probably our trip to Trenton, because we got to see the locks, and that was super cool and so different. I've never done that before.
Yeah, we'd never really spent a lot of time on the locks up close, and it was kind of cool to have our own sort of canal to swim in and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, cool. All right, let's see. I'll give the camera to you. Another question we had was, why don't we have our name on the boat and a logo? Yeah, the boat's called Thirsty Traveler when we got it, which it actually fits us. But we just haven't been around to it. Being rookies with everything, it wasn't a huge priority, so that's something we're going to work on here over the winter. How do we find trailering the boat, and is it big enough for 4 people? So this is an interesting question, because if you guys remember, I think it was our first episode or something, the whole reason we got this boat was we wanted to trailer it around to explore different lakes and things like that. So the problem we found with this boat was it's 30 feet. It's just a bit too big to constantly being trailering around to all these little small lakes, because not all boat ramps can accommodate our type of boat. So if you want to trailer your boat and explore out of the way lakes and stuff, I would suggest getting something no bigger than a 27-foot boat, because it goes on a tandem trailer. It's shorter, it's lighter. You could probably get it in all those waters, where with our boat it's a bit of a pain. Also, with our boat, you need trailering permits, which can also be a bit of a pain because it's so wide. So if I had to do it again for that purpose, I would probably get a 27-footer or a little bit smaller. Having said that, we have what we have, and we can still trailer it to some places. So we're looking at the Ottawa River, Lake Nipissing in North Bay, the Muskoka Lakes, places like that we would like to get to, because they're not connected to the Great Lakes or the Trent Sevens, so they're harder to get to. Is the boat big enough for 4 people? Yes, it is. So we do love the 30-footer because it is, it's 3 feet longer, obviously, than a 27-footer, but it's also, I think, 2.5 feet wider. So just that extra space does really accommodate us well. You get the dinette in it, which just gives us our own space, so we really like it. And it gives us lots of room for the dinghy and the generator, where a smaller boat wouldn't. So again, for us to have 4 people in it for longer periods, the 30-footer is perfect. If you wanted to trailer around a bunch of different places, I would go a little bit smaller. Why not a sailboat? I looked at sailboats a little bit, have a couple friends with sailboats, talked to them a little bit, but sailboats aren't for us. We're rookies. It's hard enough and overwhelming enough just to run this type of boat. All the rigging and sails and tacking and jibing and all that stuff with the sailboat, we just thought it was too much work and a little bit too slow. We want to be able to turn the engines on, point it, and go. So it really works well with us. But we like sailboats. I watch a lot of sailing channels. I can appreciate sailboats as well as power boats, but power boats was just a better fit for us. What other powerboat channels are there? So this was a good question as well. When we started, there wasn't a lot of powerboat channels out there. There's a lot of sailing channels. But a few we found that we like. Cruising with Paul and Lex. They ran, I think it was like a 27-foot Sea Ray up in Georgian Bay. So for people that want to kind of get some experience and see some videos in that water, they're a good channel to check out. They recently sold that and moved to, I think it's like a 30-foot trawler. So again, Georgian Bay. So check them out, Cruising with Paul and Lex. MV Freedom, they are 40-foot trawler, I believe, out in Seattle. So they're cruising the Pacific Northwest. Cruising Sea Venture is also a big, huge trawler cruising the Pacific Northwest. Cruising Wild Child, they're a relatively new channel. They do some RVing and boating. I think they have like a 40-foot Sea Ray flybridge, and they're out of Toronto, I think. So they're Great Lakes. Boogaboo, boating with Boogaboo does a lot of Trent Severn stuff. I believe they're out of Lake Simcoe, and they're on a 33-foot Sea Ray, and so they do all the Trent Severn waterway stuff. Cruising Joan Lynn, they're American. What do they run? I think they run like a 27-foot Regal or Monterey, and they're out of Rochester, I believe. So they're doing a lot of the Erie Canal, the American side, and they've come over to Trenton and some of that stuff. And Searching for Seashells, they're a bigger boat. They're like a 40-foot, 45-foot Tollycraft, I think. They're originally out of Gananoque, and they spend a lot of time in the Caribbean and the Bahamas. And Trying Not to Sink. I think they're like a 60-foot Hatteras out of Philadelphia, and they do a lot of East Coast and into the Bahamas. So those are some of the channels we watch to get ideas, and they're pretty cool. So those are our questions. And again, we just want to thank everyone for watching us. It's been fun for us and for us, but it's been pretty cool to see other people find it interesting and the positive feedback they've given us.